What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sponty, and we are coming back for part 9 of the Week to Be series. So, if this is your first time, what we do, we take a car, we test its stock on a racetrack and record its best lap time and its total race time. Then we soup it up, restyle it to make it look the part, and we retry it again on the same track and record its new lap times. And I mean, it's been going really nice so far. I mean, this is part 9. We're about to approach the halfway point, and I'm excited for some of the cars we're going to be testing. This one's pretty nice today, so let's see what we're messing with. So this is the Maserati Trofeo. It is a GT car, and it's actually a pretty nice looking car. I have nothing against it really. I mean, except for that spoiler on the back. I would definitely do without that, but it's a GT car, so it needs it. And we're going to be messing around with this thing today. It seems to be pretty balanced in about all its facets, speed, handling, and all that. But we're going to find out what this car is capable of. I mean, some of the cars we've been testing have been pretty fast, not gonna lie, like the Lambo from last week. But let's see what this thing's got in it. So it has 488 horsepower, which is decent. A 0 to 60 of 3.9 seconds and a 0 to 100 of 8 seconds. That's okay. It's top speed of 192 miles per hour. And if you guys want to read the rest, you can. But we're going to jump right into this test. So we are back here again at the Brickyard Speedway. And I always use this track to test, not only because we are running a contest, obviously we want it to be fair, but it's always just a good track to use. That's why I chose it in the first place, because it has a nice balance between straights, nice winding turns, sharp turns, chicanes, S's, stuff like that. So it's always a good track. Basically, it has a little bit of everything, so your car is never gonna not run into a situation. But yeah, I mean, the contest has been going pretty well so far. Not really sure where it's gonna go. I mean, I have a few cars that I feel are gonna make it, but I mean, I can never really be sure, because there are some really fast cars coming later in the series. So who knows? Maybe at some point the Ferrari's gonna look elite. That would be crazy if that was the case. But this car is doing pretty good. I mean, for a GT car, obviously it's gonna handle extremely well. That's what they're made for. But I mean, it's doing really well. I mean, even on the speed side, to be honest, it doesn't seem to be slow. I mean, it did reach a top speed of 192 miles an hour. But let's see what we can get on this nice long straight. It's always a good gauge for how much potential this car is gonna have. Let's see here. Okay, we hit 120. That's 130. 140. Keep going. 150. Okay, we're starting to slow down. Okay, so we only hit 156. That is not really that good. I don't like that. Wow, we couldn't even hit 160. So I think what the biggest deal is with this car is its acceleration, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I mean, everything else, I can already make this assumption, because everything else seems to be going good, but then when I look at the numbers, they're going up so slowly. We only hit 150 there. So the acceleration is definitely going to need a big boost. I mean, I'm looking at it we have the gears, we have the speed, but the acceleration just isn't cutting it. It's not going quick enough to get up to that speed, but everything else is great. I mean, we didn't have to lift off the gas there. That's ideal, to say the least. Haven't really seen any smoke come up from our tires from sliding. So yeah, I mean, this car is definitely handling its business, and I feel like the GT cars are definitely going to have an advantage. We heard I can never pronounce this track's name. Nürburgring? The Nürburgring, I don't know, it's somewhere in Germany. But yeah, it's a really difficult track and it's gonna have a lot of turns, so I feel like these GT cars are gonna have an advantage there. But as for the old Mulsanne circuit over in Le Mans, which I think is France, it has a really long straight, so I feel like the straight line speed cars that we've tested, like the Jag, the Lambo, they're going to kind of be more adept there. But I mean, this car is definitely doing very well. The acceleration is the problem, and so that's not going to be too hard to fix. But I mean, it's not like it's causing too much of a problem. I think we're still going to get a pretty good time. But I mean, obviously, it's going to be able to be better. And I think it's going to be a pretty big change too. And we're going to see the extreme benefits of having good acceleration. So yeah. But I'm not mad with this car at all. I can't be mad with a car that isn't giving me any problems. I mean, it's not extremely slow, and it can handle like a boss, so there's nothing to be mad at it for. I just know it can do better. I'm disappointed, I'm not mad. Like parents always say when you do something wrong. But yeah, it's doing very, very well. And now I just want to see what time we got to kind of see which range I want to get into. So that was actually a pretty good run. I mean, it felt pretty good. We got a total race time of 4 minutes and 48 seconds and a best lap time of 1 minute and 33 seconds. Now that's pretty good. I definitely want to get that down. So I'm going to duck into the workshop and we're going to paint this thing up. Wow. Oh, this thing looks really sick. So what I did, actually a friend suggested me to this because I was having trouble coming up with styles, but I painted it a purple metal flake, so it's like a different shade of purple for the base color and the flake color. And I mean, this thing looks really nice, and I put a black and white stripe across the top. I mean, I blacked out the rims. I mean, this looks nice. It's a purple, but it's not like a really feminine purple where it kind of looks wimpy. But I mean, like, it's a really nice purple. Like, I really like how this car turned out. Let's see what we did for this thing under the hood. So now this car has 717 horsepower. That's awesome. 0 to 60 went up. It's 3.5 seconds now. 0 to 100, 6.3 seconds. Top speed of 218 miles an hour. This car actually had quite a bit of upgrades for a GT car, but we're gonna see if any of those upgrades make a difference on track. Let's get to it. Okay, I definitely feel the difference in the acceleration, for sure. I mean, wow, we already hit 150. Oh, shoot. Wow, I did not expect the acceleration to be that drastic. Wow. And it's still handling. Wow. Okay, this car might actually be one of the best cars. I think it's actually going to be pretty high up there. It might be in like Lambo territory. I'm not sure how close it's gonna get to that, but I mean, it's definitely pulling a lot faster. Hit 160 here. Oh no, we still going. We hit 170. That's a pretty big difference, not gonna lie. That's a 20 mile per hour increase. That's really good. And it's still handling. It's handling those turns at like 70 miles an hour. That's insane. But I mean, I'm really liking this styling job that we did for this car. Like, this thing looks really nice. I didn't know how the purple was gonna turn out, but I'm glad I went with it. It looks really good. And I mean, it's performing the same. It's not like the car looks good and it's absolute trash on the track. Nah, it still got the power to back it up. But, I mean, we're moving. That was a really quick lap. That was actually a really good lap. Let's see what speed we get from here. Okay, we already hit 160, so that already beat it out right there. We hit 170. We hit 178. That is good. I'm happy with that. That's like the same 20-mile-an-hour increase. So now this thing pulls about 20 miles per hour out in those areas. So that's actually really good. I mean, there's a pretty big difference between going 156 miles an hour and going 178. There's like a 22 mile per hour difference is nothing to laugh at. But I mean, it is pulling. I am loving this car. I mean, I say that about most of them, but I mean, there are very few that I hate, because most of them usually turn out pretty alright, or I can usually finesse them so that they do perform okay. But I mean, I'm liking them so far. But now what is interesting though is next week when we're coming back with the next car, which I will definitely tell you guys about at the end of this video. Next week, it's going to be the after that car is tested, the car we're going to be testing next, we're actually going to start knocking cars off the leaderboard, which is going to be pretty intense. Like, you're going to start seeing cars disappear, like for right now, because the top 10 are going to be competing in the end. So when we start knocking cars off, that's going to be pretty serious. Like, I already have a feeling the Honda Civic's at the bottom of the table, and I have a feeling that's going to be the first to go. And so like and then like, so right now literally no cars are threatened, so it's kind of interesting. Oh wow, that was actually a really big slide. I guess that would be kind of my fault. But yeah, so none of the cars are threatened right now, but literally right after the next car that we're testing, someone's gonna get knocked off every episode. So that's when we hit the knockout stages. Whoa, oh, that was a freeze. Okay, yeah, but we're gonna hit the knockout stages, so it's gonna be pretty intense. But I do not think this car is gonna be quick to go. I think it has a pretty good foothold. It's definitely not the best. I can definitely sense that, but I feel like it has a good foothold as to where it might be able to hang in there for the Ultimate Beast Challenge. So, I mean, some of these cars that we've tested, like, even when we thought they were really good, it's evolving. The game is evolving, and I feel like some of those initial cars are going to be saying bye to us pretty soon. But let's see how good this car put itself into the pack. So that felt like actually a really good run. We got a total race time of 4 minutes and 26 seconds, which is actually a really good improvement, and a best lap time of 1 minute and 27. Those are actually really good improvements. That's 22 seconds drop. Wow, that's actually really good. And I'm just digging this car's color. Like, this thing looks really good. So eventually, once we hit that point where cars are going to start getting knocked off, I'm going to start putting up a leaderboard and showing which car is getting knocked off. But I mean, this one put itself in a pretty good position, not gonna lie. And so next week we're gonna be coming back with the Nissan GT-R. This is one of my favorite cars of all time. I'm gonna have a lot of fun testing it. And I mean, I had a lot of fun testing this one too. I mean, definitely. But that Nissan, I just love that car. And I mean, this series has been so fun for me. I hope you guys have been enjoying it just as much as I have. I mean, I don't even know who's gonna win at this point. I'm unsure. And I mean, I'm just ready for however this goes down. There are cars that I want to make it, but I feel that aren't going to. Like the Nissan GT-R, I feel like that one might not make it. I think this one's not gonna make it either. There are quite a few cars that I'm pretty sure are going to get knocked out pretty soon. But we'll just have to see. This series is full of surprises. And so I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. It really means a lot. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys at the next one. Peace out.